What's up guys, welcome to another tutorial series that I'm going to be doing. This one is going to be to substitute the last tutorial series that I was doing, the AAA game from scratch. So basically I don't really know what to do anymore. I already shown like the basics of setting out a first-person shooter with damage systems, equipping new weapons, different weapon modes, buy stuff off walls. I don't really know what to do next, so if you guys have any ideas for that, I can continue that tutorial series. Leave me in the comments. But for this one, I'm going to start working a little bit more on the AI. So I'm going to create a little bit of a companion AI like we see on Fallout 4. I'm going to try and replicate that to Unreal Engine. So I'm going to select the third person template. I'm going to include stereo content, we may need it. I'm just going to call this Fallout 4 companion AI. Actually, I'm not going to put the Fallout 4, there's no need. I'm just going to call it companion AI tutorial. And that's it. It's in Blueprint because I'm not really going to do any C++, there's no need. So I'm going to create the project. Just wait for it to open. So the first thing that I'm going to do in this video, I think I'm just going to set up so we can spawn an AI and just basically make it follow the player. I think that's what I'm going to be doing in this first video, and kind of explain how AI basically works for you that never did any AI stuff on Unreal Engine. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to just delete the third person character that is in the default map. Yeah, I'm gonna go into blueprints and I'm just going to duplicate, so Control W, and I'm just gonna call this so the companion AI. So I'm gonna double click the companion AI and I'm going to first of all delete everything in the graph because we are not going to control the AI itself. So I'm going to compile that and save. And I'm just going to go into the viewport and add another material so we can distinguish the players a little bit better. I'm going to get, I don't know, the tech panel. Yeah, it doesn't matter what material it is, it's just so we can distinguish the player from the AI. And so the first thing that you're going to notice in an AI is that if we go into our companion, so click on the root of the or the class defaults, you're going to see that we're going to have a little options here called pawn, and you can see that we have an auto possessed AI. We're going to want to do this placed in world or spawned. So placed in world is basically when you have drag it in from the beginning, so you can just drag from your content browser and drag it in. And this is the placed in world, or if you're going to spawn it in runtime. So I just like to choose both options so it's safer. And the AI controller class, we can leave it at AI controller, the default one. I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna leave it at the basics for now. I'm not gonna create a custom AI controller class. I'm going to use the character blueprint itself to do the code, so everything is a little bit simpler to follow. And I'm just going to go over here into the components and delete the camera boom and the follow camera because we're not going to need that. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a little bit of distance between the player spawn and the AI. And if you want to see it, if I spawn in, you can see already that there is an independent character here with its own animations running. And right now we cannot do anything to it because we are not issuing any commands. So what I can do is, so I'm just going to right click, event begin play. And now there is a node that we're going to end up by using a lot of the time. This is called an AI move to. This is a custom node created that is given to us. So we basically need to say which pawn we want that we want to move. So in this case it's ourselves, so the companion AI. The destination we can set up like a 3D coordinate, or we can give it a target actor. So for the target actor we can right click and get the player controller, get the player character, and just attach it. And if we do this, now we play, you can see, oh, okay, there is nothing doing, the AI is not moving. That is because I forgot something very important. If you want to do anything related with the AI system that already comes with Unreal, we need to go into add something to the level. That is called, if you just type in nav in the modes, you can see that there is a nav mesh bounce volume. This is basically is going to basically give a map for the AI to follow, so it knows where it can step. So if you don't add this in, the AI is not going to know that it can move, basically, and is not going to know its surrounding. So what you got to do is go into the scale tool by pressing R or going up here, and just drag this over your entire level. And now you can press P to see which areas are covered by the nav mesh, and everything in green is going to be, the AI is going to be able to go for it. And you can see here that, for example, this is not covered. Don't worry, the AI will most likely, just jump over this gap, or you're not going to see it physically jump, but it's just going to ignore this and it's going to go for a straight line. So I'm going to press P again to hide this, and if I press play, you can see that the AI now is trying to come for me. And it seems that I was wrong. Let me just try to run away here. The AI is actually stopping. So let me go into my nav mesh bounce volume. It might be a problem with the Z. Let's see now. Now it's coming for us. I don't know what happened, but the first time I did this, it didn't construct the nav mesh properly over here, so it kind of stopped. This way you can see that it's like below the stairs, but it's connecting, so that's the right way. But now we have basically an AI that's going to try to come for us. When it does it successfully, it basically stops and doesn't move anymore, because this AI move to is going to go on success when it reaches, and it will stop. So if basically you want to create a loop between this, you can just drag auto success, do a delay of some sort, and then plug it back in the beginning of the node. And now you can see if he comes for us, he's going to try it again. But as you can see here, this gets very annoying after a while, because the movement is very predictable and it's just going to be right on our tail the entire time. But this is the basics for an AI that's going to follow us around like a companion. In the next video, I'm going to try and, instead of us just trying to go to our certain location, I'm going to try and get a little bit more random places around this, so it's not like copying our movement exactly, so it doesn't look this unrealistic. So this is going to be for this video. This is the series that I decided to go with, but remember, if you want me to do anything on the other one, just put it in the comments and I will certainly do it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.